The international celebration of RAF 100, the centenary of the establishment of the Royal Air Force on the 1st of April. My greetings from Turkey, where the two continents of Europe and Asia meet. He's ready to take off, and once he gets airborne, will be rolled and dirty, forever away and dirty. Turk, of course, a great supporter of Turkish aviation, is air that's going over the wings. And what we're seeing here is about 25 degrees angle of attack, which is massively impressive. Wow. Because a standard wing actually stalls at just 14 degrees angle of attack.
Absolutely stunning. Typhoon.
Yeah,
beautiful aircraft coming out next. Typhoon Eurofighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we hope you are enjoying the opening of the air show today.
I'll probably out Laurie.
Yes, yeah. It's running thick and fast on this final day of...
of aircraft and runs up to 2,200 flight hours. He's been married to Elisabetta and had a beautiful child named Diego. But he also hides a dark side. He's a big, big Iron
Look how slow
fan.
this aircraft is going to go right now, and then it'll be full power afterburners. Okay, zoom out a bit so we can just get an idea of how slow it's going. And here we go, the German Eurofighter Typhoon.
Additionally, if you see anything that appears to you to be at all suspicious, please report the matter immediately. Please note that the flying of any type of drone or small unmanned aircraft systems in or around RAF Fairford is strictly prohibited.
Absolutely stunning. Little bounce there. I'm sure that was part of the display.
Please make sure you take care.
In fact, it may have been even longer. It may have been 1985 now I come to think of it, but whatever, they're back here and still on the same mount.
So this is a Spanish air display called the Patrulla Aguila, and I have seen these personally in the south of Spain. Look at the different livery on the tail of the rear one there. Number 8. Awesome. Look at the runway. Woo! Yeah, you're gonna have to cut down on them, Les.
With a fly from right to left.
Absolutely stunning.
Major Perez, serving in his 4th year as team leader. Major Perez is a highly experienced pilot with over 4,500 flight hours.
Absolutely stunning.
Having flown with the Patrulla in previous season as Aguila. With the Patrulla Aguila, and formerly assigned to Moron Air Base. More than 2,500 flying hours, piloting Aguila 4. The high level of precision and training necessary to fly 7 aircraft in close formation was performing various maneuvers, one position to the next. And once again, Patrulla Aguila flying.
Stunning.
The course crew drilling the Fairford skies, literally. A strong applause for Patrulla Aguila.
Beautiful.
To our solo. Because he's ready to subsound the air with the Cupid's arrow. Fantastic hurt. And the arrow of our solo. Remember,
that's for you, Andy. Cheers, mate.
6, 7, and
raise that especially.
Our syncopated,
buy me a pint
our
later.
solo, right to left. The diamond sets up to perform the ready, 3, 2, 1, go! Fantastic!
Spanish flag, the colour there.
And now is it down from right to left, displaying the colors of the Spanish flag.
Getting the red tomorrow now.
Flying the color of the Spanish flag. A strong applause for Patrulla.
Absolutely stunning, and a great way to finish that display.
Patrulla is the only national team in the world to perform this maneuver.
Wow.
A strong applause for Patrulla Aguila. Remember, from Spain, flying in the Royal
It's not often you get a team land like that.
We've got the Finnish NH90, which was the next but one display item.
Air tattoo, and their 100 aircraft fly past over. The 6 preparations in formation, and several special features on board a variety of displays from special third Danish F-16.
And certainly one of our longest travelled visitors to RIAT 2018 as part of the international celebration of RAF 100. Likewise, very good to see the Royal Canadian Air Force here in such strength with 3 static aircraft, and also the CF-188 or CF-18 that's going to be displaying for us later. We've also got the Pakistan Air Force here with a C-130E Hercules. Activities going on all day. That's up at the right-hand end of the static display area. And as part of RAF 100, we welcome the World War I Aviation Heritage Trust here with their B2E reproduction, and I know they've got a stand with it. The Yankee Aviation Film Services has provided their topless camel replica, which doesn't get out and about much, and the Shuttleworth selection from Old Warden in F100 theme, which is also reflected by the red arrows, and shortly Salzburg.
Here we go.
We have brought the world's only area.
Beautiful. And off they go to Goodwood.
An incredibly capable aeroplane, an incredibly combat-proven aeroplane in all sorts of recent operational theatres, and one that in the display we're about to see shows all the attributes that make it one of the best multi-role, or as its manufacturer calls it, omni-role combat aircraft available in the world today. An absolutely stunning demonstration, full of Gallic panache. It comes to us from the French Air Force. Sébastien Nativel, the pilot for the 2018 season, his first year as the Armée de l'Air, the French Air Force's solo Rafale presentator isn't a word, is it? Goodness me. He's through Escadron de Transformation Rafale 3-4 Aquitaine, the Rafale conversion unit. Has displaced, or replaced I should say, no fewer than 7 other platforms with both the French Air Force and the French Navy. It can perform air-to-air combat missions, conventional air-to-ground missions, nuclear strike, reconnaissance, anti-shipping strike, and they can also fly in the so-called buddy-buddy refueling role. And it was designed right from the start to be exactly that versatile. In towards us with the undercarriage down, pulling vertical and accelerating. And one feature of this aircraft, Mark, is the Delta Canard configuration with those little Canard foreplanes, which is so typical of a lot of fighters of this generation that are going to see today. Both of those flight control services produce and also to this higher rate close to the pass. Started this display with a thrust to weight ratio of about 1.3 to 1, and with the fuel that's already been burnt, he is now up to about 1.4 to 1, which gives this tremendous vertical performance. The runway is going to vacate at taxiway Echo, just opposite our common drive. The next half hour or so of action is capturing the car. Italian flag.
Beautiful.
See the green in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that.
So this was the pressurization C-section on the runway from pony 1 to 5, the first section, from pony 6 to pony 10, the second section of 5 will be the first and only separation where the formation is going to split into up. Addressed to his wingman by the voice of 41, and this will be the great separation of the Guardian.
Do you think that one got the memo? Do you think that one got the memo?
To take the best picture of the first amazing roll with 9 aircraft. The rotation along the axis is performed with a flight path twisting. Pilot 350. Green, white, and red is what we find. Roll, and then Apollo 3.6.
Can we guess what this is going to be? Italian heart.
Negative, pull up, minus 3 Gs for an optimistic slow stop. And
God, he's practically, he's falling. Wow. That is incredible.
Floating in the air and then down inside his own smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, this
Stunning.
is the slide maneuver of our repertoire presented for the first time in May 2015 to celebrate our 55th anniversary. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tricolor, the last once again, 2 rolls, 2 spins, and 1 side.
Oh, wow. He's like, it's just out of control, isn't it?
Once again, falling down in his own smoke, and so let's introduce him. This was the Lonsovac, opponent number 10 of Freccia Tricolori, ladies and gentlemen.
325,90. Interni. Via. Esterni. Via.
Wow, look at this.
Pilot to pilot and technical features of the aircraft, ladies and gentlemen, this is the spectacular, crazy flight.
Just the water on the, use your umbrella.
Split it into 2 sections. The first section is in the round of the Captain Franco Paolo Marocco. The first right wingman, Captain Emanuele Savani. The second left wingman, Pony 4, Captain Massimiliano Salvatore. The second right wingman, and then second section, now completely underground.
Absolutely beautiful, wasn't it? Absolutely stunning. Hope you all enjoyed it.
The RIAT experience, so marking 2 of the 3 ends of RIAT 100 is the RIAT experience. This is a collection of demonstrations that showcase the modern Royal Air Force and all that it is about. Inside the Chinook, there is a regular presentation on the capabilities of that aircraft and the numerous trades that support it. And then we have the Hawk and the Typhoon aircraft, where you can experience what it's like to sit in the cockpit of a fast jet, and there you have the best photographic opportunity of the entire weekend, and inspire those who will play a part in our 2nd century. And some of those doing a great deal of inspiring this weekend are the Red Arrows themselves, and Sam has some details on how you can meet them.
Yes, thank you, Ben. As we see them landing here, visitors
joined by Tornado GR4 and F-35B Lightening. That item all getting underway. The Typhoon, Lancaster, Tornado, F-35B Plus, and 44. Plenty more after that, of course, including the display by the Red Arrows themselves, which is coming up at 20 to 5 today, and all this in a flying programme that lasts until 20 past 6. Been quite some time since we've had a programme as long as this. It was 8.5 hours yesterday. You simply don't get to see on static display, of course, part of the RAF ICE. So, the aircraft of today's demonstration has conformed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the F-16 fighter.
Here we go.
Very interesting to see the Hellenic Air Force F-16C on display here, because today it's the only one of the three F-16s that we'll see in the show with the conformal fuel tanks that, from some aspects, give it quite a different appearance. Yes, as we see past that run, we can actually see it on the shoulders between the... It also doesn't drastically increase the radar cross-section of the aircraft from a distance, and also it doesn't use hard points like drop tanks, which enable you to continue to use those drop tanks for weapons and other stores. And also, dependent on which aircraft type it is, it doesn't change the G limits of the underwing tanks. So the F-16 we've just seen, that carries 1,600 litres per side in those conformals. And no sooner has he touched down,
Let me introduce you Marco Mangini at this stage. He's fully certified to fly in more than 20 different aircraft. As regards to aircraft itself, it's up is needed, but we provide a necessary stuff to be back anytime.
The staff of the United States Air Force, General David Goldfein, and all the men and women of the United States Air Force, we welcome you once again to the Royal International Air Tattoo here at Fairford, England. I'm the F-35 Air Flight Team Chief, Master Robert Barnes from Indianapolis, Indiana. Command 56 Fighter Wing located at Luke Air Force Base in sunny Glendale, Arizona. It is my distinct pleasure to describe to you today a heritage flight involving the world's most technologically advanced 5th generation fighter, the F-35A Lightning II. As today's flight begins, from your right, Captain Olson will execute a maximum power takeoff using all 43,000 pounds of thrust being produced by the F-135 engine, the most powerful fighter engine ever built, and lift the Lightning II off the runway an amazing 1,500 feet. Joining us today will be two World War II era legends, the P-51 Mustang and the Supermarine Spitfire. These two warbirds represent the best of our cherished partnership with our friends and allies, the United Kingdom and the Royal Air Force. On behalf of our United States Air Force, we'd like to congratulate our partners in the Royal Air Force on a fantastic 100 years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stand up and enter the demonstration. Fighter legends. The force 9 times its own body weight. And this will be the Mr. Dan Creakin and the P-51 Mustang.
As an aircraft named the Hun Hunter Texas of the 354th Fighter Squadron, 355th Fighter Group during World War II. Of course, the Spitfire's history we don't need to describe to you really, but the Mustang, it must be remembered, with great distinction operationally in all sorts of roles, an aeroplane really deserving of its place as we have 2018's to display at the Flying Weapons Air Show at Tutor, and we'll also be seeing the UK's Stobble short takeoff vertical landing F-35B variant in our number 617 Squadron tribute.
Fascinating and really exciting place to go. But you'll need to pick up a token which will let 2 people into the signing. But if you don't get that in advance, you won't get in at all. So that's at 1:30.
Is in the markings of Norwegian connections. Because Norwegian. We've also got 2 hunters from HA. He's a man with nearly 15,000 flying hours with credit. A lot of them during his career, which is now retired.
It was
active force in those airlines.
And unfortunately, the guy actually packed it out, got rubbing up to go out, take off, got about 50 knots.
Flying 9 Typhoons.
Thank you. A message for Walter Stafford to your wife. Thank you. Back to the flyman.
Thank you, George. The next item is the Augusta A.
There's a feature coming up very shortly, which I think will...
First Chief of the Air Staff, Lord Trenchard. One of many men who could...
It's worth it to get that
these things if you don't want to take it home with you. Either way, potentially out into some of the operational parts of the airfield in some way. MK356, the Mark 9 Spitfire, flown today by Squadron Leader Andy Milliken, also OC BBMF. Has a very flying career, having flown the Tornado GL1.
Here they come. Yay, bring in a couple of dots.
Lancaster and Dakota captain, having been in the flight since 2013. He's a volunteer and gives his time and weekends up to fly with the BBMF. Seb was formerly a tactical air transport instructor on a C-130J Hornet.
to the Rafale.
Doesn't take longer than 10 seconds. Although the changes look quite smooth and easy, I can assure you that with a speed of around 350 km per hour at a distance of only 3 to 4 meters.
He was a famous jumping man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his parade. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy company. The man who bought the bugle for his Uncle Sam. He really brought him down because he could not jam. He kept the scene to under. Ladies, come on, go.
And the medical staff continue to help us keep appraised the various activities and the impact of efficiency tests.
instructed on the Hawk. He's in his first year as the team leader. As Red 1 banks short diamond round to the right-hand side, we're about to transition into the first of our formations, representing an aircraft in the Royal Air Force. The smoke is on for 4, 5, 8 and 9, as the edges of short diamond sweep back to form the wings of Typhoon. Typhoon, of course, the RAF's multi-role fighter, currently on operations in the Middle East and defending the skies of the UK 24 hours a day. Get those cameras ready, the aircraft about to pull on, the smoke about to come on for the Typhoon roll. And roll calls Red 1 as the aircraft inverted at 3,000 feet, the platform of Typhoon clearly visible against that blue sky. On the right of Red 1 in Typhoon is a former Tornado GR4 pilot and T1 instructor. He's on his second tour with the team and is in his second year. This is Lightening. a stopwatch, timing the aircraft through 360 degrees. And a couple of days ago I did that. It took 16 seconds, which comes down with an average sustained rate of 22.5 degrees per second. Turbofan engines are certainly providing thunderous performance. And this is the manoeuvre that we first saw in the West from a Eurofighter with nearly 20 times as big as this, but nonetheless a test line. The strength of the aircraft is built in laterally, but the aircraft will be going forward. So in a tail slide, the slow pass, so with the big dorsal air brake extended,